Hello everybody, Interi back again with another video. Oh boy, what a clinical performance we just saw from the world number one, the superior world number one, the number one seed in this tournament, Novak Djokovic, just outplaying Daniil Medvedev and winning this Australian Open final 2021 in straight sets, in straight clinical sets, 7-5, 6-2, 6-2, and only giving Daniil Medvedev 9 games. My dear God, who believed this? I for sure didn't believe. I picked Novak to win this final when I did my preview yesterday, but I believed he will win 3-2, not 3-love. I will be honest about that. You know, guys, how I operate. I am always honest. What can I say about this match? This never was a contest, my dear God. Only the first set was little excited to see. Only the first set was little fun to watch. At least for a natural tennis fan like me. For Djokovic fans, of course, this was probably very, very exciting match to watch because they never needed to be nervous because this match was never close. Novak Djokovic was just so much better than Daniil Medvedev. Daniil Medvedev, I must be honest, this was his worst performance the entire tournament of all these 6 matches that I've seen him in this tournament. But of course, it has to do with the opponent as well. Who was he facing? He was not facing Andrei Rublev like he faced in the quarterfinal. He was not facing Stefan Tsitsipas like he faced in the semi-final. He was facing the world number one Novak Djokovic, the greatest returner of all time. And talking about returns, man, what a return this dude have. I have never seen this kind of returns. Man, he doesn't. Do we even talk enough about his returns? The Serbinator, the world number one. We talk about his returns, but we need to talk about even more about his returns. Man, everything Daniil Medvedev throws at him, Novak Djokovic, he has a racket on the ball, and he doesn't just return the ball in play. He does it with depth. He does it with consistency. He does it with power. He does it with speed. You name it. If you don't put your first serves into play, Novak Djokovic will make you pay. Trust me, he will make you pay, guys. And he did in this final. Even though that Daniil Medvedev, he was not landing crazy amount of first serves in, but he was not horrible in landing first serves in either. I believe Daniil Medvedev landed 64% first serves in, but when he was landing those second serves, Novak Djokovic, he was hammering that ball. He was punishing Daniil Medvedev's second serves, and that's why Daniil Medvedev won in this match. Only 32% of his second serves, only 32%, compared with Novak Djokovic, who won 58% of his second serves. You see the difference here, guys? 32 for Daniil Medvedev, 58 for Novak Djokovic in winning percent behind second serves. In winning behind first serves, it was a little more even Steven there. Novak Djokovic was winning 73% behind his first serves points, and Daniil Medvedev was winning 69% behind points behind first serves. And Novak Djokovic was landing the first serve little more than Daniil Medvedev. Novak Djokovic was landing 67% first serve in. Daniil Medvedev was landing 64% first serve in, which was not a surprise. I knew that Djokovic will land more first serve in than Daniil Medvedev. Daniil Medvedev is not super known to land a lot of first serves in. I believe he landed 68% against Tsitsipas in the semi-final, which was really good, 68% to land first serve in. But the match prior, the quarterfinal, he landed 60%, Daniil Medvedev. And what did I say in my preview yesterday? Daniil Medvedev, he needs to land close to 70% to have a chance in this match, to at least make this match even. But he was not close in landing 70% first serve in. He landed, like I said, 64% first serve in, and he was winning 69% behind those first serves in, which is okay number, winning 69%. But the big difference was in winning points behind second serves. Medvedev wins only 32% behind his second serves. Djokovic wins 58%. There you have a big difference, guys. Medvedev needs to do much more. Medvedev needs to punish Djokovic's second serve much more. Medvedev needs to return much more. Medvedev needs to be more a consistent returner. Medvedev is for sure the second best returner in the world, in my opinion, but the best returner in the world is Novak Djokovic, and he's much better returner than Daniil Medvedev. And we saw that in this final, for God's sakes. Medvedev wins only 32% behind his second serves, only 32. Compare that with Djokovic, who wins 58% behind his second serve. There you have a big difference, guys. There you have the big difference. Djokovic is much more successful in winning points on behind the second serves than Daniil Medvedev. And it is because every time Djokovic saw a second serve from Daniil Medvedev, he was punishing Medvedev's second serve immediately. Either he did a winner immediately, or he returned a return with depth. They landed on the baseline, and it is not easy doing good points, doing great things when you serve and your opponent is returning your own serve on your feet, which Djokovic did many times. Djokovic landed Medvedev's second serves on his feet, and who will have the upper hand when you have a ball that lands on your feet on the baseline? Of course, your opponent will have the upper hand. He will have the upper hand. He will dictate the points, which Djokovic did. And another thing that Djokovic did much better than Daniil Medvedev, he was dominating the baselines rallies. He was being much more successful from the baseline. He was winning much more points from the baseline. Medvedev started this match by challenging Novak Djokovic from baseline, because he is, like Djokovic himself, a defensive baseliner. Exactly like Djokovic. Djokovic is a defensive baseliner, my tennis fans all around the world. Djokovic and Medvedev are not like Federer and Thiem. Thiem and Federer, they are offensive baseliners. Both Thiem and Federer. Djokovic and Medvedev, they are defensive baseliners. And Medvedev was trying to give Novak Djokovic his own medicine in the first set. And he did it quite okay. Not exceptionally well, but he at least lost that first set with dignity and won 5 games. And Djokovic won that first set 7-5 after Djokovic being a break up early in the match and took a lead 3-love. Then Medvedev came back and leveled the match to 3-3. And then the match was close up to the 5-5. And then in the end of that first set, Djokovic just raised his level a little with great returns. Once again, he's returning like a beast. He's returning like a machine, and break Medvedev's serve in that first set for the second time and won that first set 7-5. The first set was the only set that was a little close in this match. The first set, Djokovic won 32 points and Medvedev wins 27 points in the first set. So in the first set, Djokovic wins only 5 more points than Daniil Medvedev. So the first set is the only set in this match that was a little even, that was a little close, and that was a little excited to watch. That was the second and third set, that this was never a contest. Yeah, Medvedev, he broke Novak's serve immediately in that second set. And took a lead in that second set with an early break in that first game, but didn't matter. Djokovic came back and broke Medvedev's serve in that second set 3 times. For God's sakes, 3 times. And Medvedev, he started to hesitate in that second set. He noticed that I am not taking down this baseline machine from the baseline. Because Medvedev, he was trying to challenge Novak Djokovic from the baseline in the first set. And he did okay. He was trying to give Novak Djokovic his own medicine, what Novak Djokovic does to everybody else in the tour. He didn't succeed in the first set. He lost that first set 7-5. In the second set, Medvedev was going more for his shots. He was going more for the winner, because he could not stand with Djokovic from the baseline. Djokovic was just much stronger than Daniil Medvedev from the baseline in this final. Medvedev did a superb job 3 months ago when they faced each other in that ATP Tour finals in London, and he took down Novak Djokovic from the baseline. He gave Novak Djokovic his own medicine, and he did that with success and defeated Djokovic straight set 6-3, 6-3. He tried to do the same in this match here. Djokovic, he was much more prepared. He was much stronger. He was much more consistent from the baseline. He was not missing much in this match, Novak Djokovic. And Djokovic also played. He mixed up his he mixed up his shots. He was sometimes playing drop shots. He was sometimes going to the net. And by the way, Djokovic was very successful at the net in this match. I believe Djokovic was up in the net 18 times and won 16 of those net approaches. That is 89%. That is huge, man. That is huge. That is a sign that Djokovic was giving Daniil Medvedev different kind of balls in this match. Drop shot sometimes, going to the net sometimes, taking Medvedev back and forth and trying and keeping him on the run, especially like I said in my preview, Djokovic will not be afraid of going in long exchanges with the backhand cross court. And Djokovic did that. Backhand cross court, backhand cross court, backhand cross court. Djokovic was not afraid to go in long exchanges. But the difference between Djokovic and Tsitsipas has a weak backhand. Tsitsipas cannot challenge Daniil Medvedev with cross-court backhand. And Tsitsipas never break the pattern and went down the line with his backhand. Djokovic did. He traded backhands cross-court with Medvedev. After, say, 7, 8, 9, 10 blows, cross-court backhand, he went down the line with his backhand. And of course, like I said in my preview, Medvedev is not super strong with his forehand when you take him on the run, when you take him on the stretch. And when Djokovic took Medvedev on that forehand stretch, what happened, do you believe? Yeah, Medvedev did unforced error because he doesn't have that RPA on the ball. He doesn't have topspin on the ball, which makes Medvedev's ball to dive into the court. No, he has flat shots. What happens? Yeah, they fly long, and they did a couple of times, if not many times. And Djokovic is squeezed a lot of unforced errors from Daniil Medvedev, both from the backhand and from the forehand, especially from the forehand. Like I predicted, I knew that Djokovic will attack Daniil Medvedev's forehand, but he didn't attack Daniil Medvedev's forehand all the time. He did that he had a really clear and successful game plan. He traded backhand cross court, and then he did a backhand down the line. He was not going for the winner, Novak Djokovic. No, he was not. He knew that I will just push the guy to the forehand corners, and he will do a forehand long or he will hit a forehand net into the net, because the net is, like I said yesterday, longer on the sides, and what is the case in the middle. And Djokovic did exactly what I predicted and what I previewed in my final, and I knew he will do that with success, because Djokovic, he's a smart player. He doesn't get credit enough. He's not only a talented player, he's not only a mentally beast player, he's also a smart player. He has done his homework, like I said, and he did exactly like I believed he will do. He will trade cross courts, and then he will go down the line with his backhand and squeeze unforced errors from Daniil Medvedev's forehand side, which he did with success. And another thing, Djokovic was not afraid of challenging Daniil Medvedev from the baseline. He was not. He was prepared. Especially, you could see that in the third set, when Djokovic broke Medvedev's serve in that third set for the 7th time in the match, and for the 2nd time in that third set. Djokovic, he just went in that beast mode, not miss. In that not missed beast mode, cross-court backhands. He just cross-court backhand, and they were testing each other. Who will miss first? Who will hit the net first? Who will hit a long backhand first? Who was that player who missed first? Yeah, Daniil Medvedev. And that's why Djokovic did to his team like this with his finger. And that means that I'm going to give Daniil Medvedev his own medicine, because I have found this medicine. I am the founder of this medicine by grinding down the opponents. Medvedev grinds down all of his opponents with his defensive grind tennis play from the baseline, but he cannot grind his opponents better than the grinder, the specialist of the grinder himself, Novak Djokovic. And Novak Djokovic gave Medvedev his own medicine. Djokovic was not necessarily going too much for his shots in this match. Djokovic played tennis with margins. He had good net clearance over the net. He was not playing way too many risk shots in this match. He just wanted to outgrind Daniil Medvedev down in this match. And he did. In the first set, Medvedev, he hanged on with Djokovic pretty good in the exchanges from the baseline. In the second and the third set, Medvedev, he just couldn't hang on with Djokovic from the baseline, and that's why he was going more for the trigger, and that's why he was going more for his shots, just to try to hit through Novak Djokovic. Immense defensive skills. He couldn't hit through, and that's why Medvedev only did in this match 24 winners. Because he couldn't hit through Novak Djokovic. He just couldn't hit through Novak Djokovic's wall. Novak Djokovic is a running, walking wall, my friends, all around the world. It is not easy hitting through him. You need to have firepower hitting through him, a la Dominic Thiem or a la Roger Federer, or a la Rafa Nadal on clay, like Rafa Nadal did against Novak Djokovic 4 months in that French Open final, when Rafa Nadal was just hammering and doing a lot of winners in that final against Novak Djokovic. And Daniil Medvedev doesn't quite have that firepower. Daniil Medvedev's only chance defeating Novak Djokovic is by outgrinding him from baseline, but in this match, it was the opposite. It was Djokovic who outgrinded Daniil Medvedev from a baseline. It was Djokovic who was the more solid player from a baseline. It was Djokovic who was the more consistent player from a baseline. And in the end, Daniil Medvedev does 30 unforced errors and 24 winners. So Daniil Medvedev does 6 more unforced errors than winners. And Djokovic, on the other hand, he didn't do particularly many winners. He did 20 winners and 17 unforced errors. He does 3 more winners than unforced errors. But what was impressive with Djokovic in this match was that he won points in all. He didn't win points in only one way. He won points at the net. He was really successful at the net. I don't know when I've seen Djokovic being this successful at the net. Like I said, he won 16 out of 18 points at the net. That is 89%. Because he knew he won points with drop shots sometimes. Not many, but sometimes. He won points by taking Daniil Medvedev out to his forehand, to stretch him out to his forehand corner. Because he knows that Daniil Medvedev will do unforced errors if you stretch him out to the forehand corners. So Djokovic won points in many ways here. Djokovic did a tactical great match. Djokovic was not superior a la like he was against Nadal 2 years ago in that Australian Open final 2019 when he crushed off Nadal 6-3, 6-2, 6-3 and gave Novak Djokovic only 8 games in that 2019 Australian Open final. He didn't do that kind of superior match. Why not? Because he didn't need to do that kind of superior match, because in this match Medvedev also was weak. He was not good, Medvedev. Like I said, he was probably nervous. He was probably tight. He didn't play consistent tennis. He didn't return really good in this match, Daniil Medvedev. In my opinion, at least, Djokovic was just a much better player in all the parts of this match, in my opinion. All in all, Djokovic, he served, and what was funny part with this match, Djokovic does least aces in all this tournament in this match. He did only 3 aces in this match, Novak Djokovic. If you compare that in all of his other matches, he has done much more aces. In this match, he did only 3 aces and 2 double faults. Medvedev did 6 aces. So double more aces than Djokovic, but Medvedev also did 4 double faults. So he does also double more double faults than Novak Djokovic. Djokovic just much better player. This was never a contest. Djokovic breaks Daniil Medvedev's serve 7 times out of 11 break point opportunities. That is 67%, I believe. So Djokovic has 11 break point opportunities. He breaks 7 times. 2 times in the first set, 3 times in the second set, 2 times in the third set, 7 times. Medvedev, he breaks Novak Djokovic's serve 2 times out of 4 break point opportunities. That is 50%, so that is a decent number. 1 time he breaks Novak Djokovic's serve in the first set, and 1 time he breaks Novak Djokovic in the second set in that first game when Novak was serving. So all in all, Djokovic wins 87 points, Medvedev wins 68 points. So Djokovic wins 19 more points than Daniil Medvedev. 19 more points. So this was never a close battle, man. When you lose, when your opponent wins 19 more points than you. Like I said, Medvedev wins 68 points, Djokovic wins 87 points. That is 19 more points winning than your opponent. Then the match has never been close, and this match never was close. And Djokovic was, man, what a returning performance from Novak Djokovic. Everything Daniil Medvedev was throwing at him, Djokovic he returned everything, and he did that with depth, with speed, with placement, with spots. You name it. If you look at the second return points won in this match, Medvedev wins 35%. Second return points won, 35%. That is a decent number. Djokovic wins 54% points, 54% in second return points won. 54%. There you have a big difference. Who was the better returner? Medvedev was not even close as good as returner as Novak Djokovic. In second return points won, Medvedev wins 35%, Djokovic wins 54%. On first return points won, it was a little more even, but even there, Djokovic of course was better. Medvedev wins 27% in first return points won. Djokovic wins 31%. So there is in the first return points won, it is more even. But on the second return points won, there you have a big difference. Medvedev winning 35% on second return points won, and Djokovic wins 54%. And winning behind second serve, there also you have a big difference. Medvedev winning only 32% and Djokovic winning 58%. Man, this match was never close. Djokovic was the much better player in all three sets. The only set, like I said in the beginning of this video, that was a little close was the first set, where Medvedev won 5 games and pushed Novak Djokovic a little in that first set. And that's why you can see also on the points won, Djokovic wins 32 points in that first set, and Medvedev wins 27 points. So in the first set, Djokovic wins only 5 more points than Novak Djokovic. But in the first set, Djokovic wins only 5 more points than Daniil Medvedev in the first set. But the second and the third set, it was never a contest. Daniil Medvedev never showed up to this party. Djokovic was having this party alone. Djokovic was telling to the world, to us, to himself, to all the tennis lovers out there, I am not disappearing anywhere. If the young guns, if the change of the guard will happen, it is not happening quite yet. They are not winning the majors, guys. Yeah, they are winning the Masters. Medvedev has won a couple of Masters. Zverev has won a couple of Masters. And they won the ATP Tour finals, both Medvedev and Zverev and Tsitsipas. But who's taking business in the majors? Who is taking business in the majors? It is Djokovic, it is Nadal still, guys. Nadal won French Open 4 months ago without dropping one single set. And Djokovic is winning Australian Open 4 months later and winning his 9th Australian Open title and winning his 18th Grand Slam title and winning his 82nd title overall in his career, and for sure not his last. I was bloody impressed with Novak Djokovic. He was not superior, he was not in a beast mode level, but he for sure was in a great mode level, in my opinion. He was just a wall. He was just the greatest goalkeeper of all time, like I call him sometimes. And when he had the opportunities, when he has those break points, he takes majority of his break points. He had 11 break points opportunities. He takes 7 of them, 67%. He is clutch. He is consistent. He is solid. What did I say when I did my preview yesterday? This match will be decided in three keys. This match will have 3 keys. Who will be the better server? Djokovic was the better server here, in my opinion. Even though the Medvedev one did more aces, but Djokovic was winning more points behind his first serve. Djokovic was winning more points behind his second serve. Who will be the better returner? Djokovic was the better returner by far in this match. He was the clutch. He was the serve return machine. Everything Medvedev was serving at him, no matter if it was first serve or second serve, Djokovic was returning with quality, with depth, with consistency, with spots, you name it. He had the upper hand immediately when Medvedev was serving, because Djokovic was doing great returns. And the third key that I said in my preview yesterday, who will be the clutch player? Who is the clutchest player of all time, guys? Novak Djokovic. This man never had any big clutch moments, but if you look at the break points conversions, who braked most? Novak Djokovic. 11 break point opportunities, he breaks 7 times. That is great numbers. He's so effective in breaking serve when he has his opportunity. So no, man, this was never a contest. A big congratulations to Novak Djokovic, a really deserved champion, a really deserved winner. He has been the best player in this Australian Open. Yeah, he has struggled in some matches during this 2 weeks tournament that we have seen, but when the semi-final arrived, when the final arrived, he just raised his level and he picked up his level like Novak Djokovic has done so many times, and he just showed to the world why he is the world number one, and he showed to the world why he is the most complete tennis player that I've ever seen. He is the most complete tennis player that I've ever seen, to be quite honest. He's all round, guys. He has not many weaknesses. The net game used to be his weakness in his game, but he has improved his net game. Look what he did today. 18 net approaches, wins 16 of those net approaches. 16, 89%. He has improved his serve. Not that his serve has been a weak part of his game, but he has improved his serve tremendously. Even though he didn't serve as quite as good in the final like he has done in the 6 previous matches that we have seen in this 2021 Australian Open. But he does a lot of damage behind his first serve and behind his second serve. Djokovic is probably, in my opinion, the most complete tennis player that I've ever seen. He's good in all surfaces, even though clay is his worst surface. It is, because he cannot create offense on clay like he does on grass and hard courts. And that's why he has won all the Masters. He has won all the Masters. And the Masters, we all know, they've been played in hard courts on clay, and he has won all of the Masters. Something that his big two chief rivals has not done. They have not won all of the Masters. Federer has not won all of the Masters. Nadal has not won all of the Masters. Djokovic has done. So you can call Djokovic all-court player. You can call Djokovic complete player. His weakest surface is, of course, clay, and that's why he has won French Open only one time. So, next gens, old gens, new gens, call it what you want. They are here. They are fighting for the big trophies, but they are not winning them. They are winning the Masters sometimes. They are winning the ATP Tour finals in London sometimes. But when the big trophies, when the big tournaments, when the big events arrives, Novak Djokovic, Rafa Nadal, they are still the bosses. They are not, we should not count them out, and I know we have not. They are still in the business in winning the biggest majors, guys. And Novak Djokovic has not won his last major. No, I don't think he has won his last major. After seeing his improved serve, after seeing his improved net game, like it was the case in this final, after seeing his returns have not declined at all, how can you count him out? Yeah, it will not be easy winning majors in his older days, because he's not getting younger. He will be 3-4 years old in May, but he will be one of top 3 favorites in winning majors, in all the majors. On all majors, he will be one of top 3 favorites. Absolutely. He is one of the top 3 favorites to win Australian Open. Of course, he is one of the top 3 favorites to win French Open, together with Nadal and team. He's not the number 1 favorite. No, we know that. But for sure, one of top 3. Absolutely. He's one of top 3 favorites to win Wimbledon, together with Federer and Nadal. And for sure, he's one of top 3 favorites in winning US Open. Will he win all the majors that he will anticipate? Of course he will not. He's human. But he will for sure be a force. In all the majors, he will for sure be top 3 contender in winning all the 4 majors. He will not win all the 4 majors, I know that, but he will for sure be a big threat in winning all majors that he will play this year, for sure. He is not declining much. Maybe his endurance is declining. Maybe his shot selection is declining. Maybe his consistency is declining. Maybe his shot tolerance is declining. But he's improving his serve. His return are as good as ever. He has improved his net game, like we saw in his final. 16 out of 18, 1 points at the net out of 18 net approaches. So he's not going anywhere. He's, like he said before the final, I will not give these big trophies away for free. They will need to fight for it, these young generations. And he showed that to Dan Medvedev. Bad luck to Dan Medvedev. He's losing his 2nd Grand Slam final. He didn't do a good match in this final, I must say. Yeah, he pushed Novak Djokovic only the first set. That was only time he pushed Novak Djokovic a little. But in the 2nd and the 3rd set, he was outplayed. He couldn't stand a chance. And it has to do with Dan Medvedev. He was not good. He was weak. And also with Novak Djokovic, he was making Dan Medvedev look weak, because all opponents that Medvedev has faced in this tournament so far, they have not been Novak Djokovic. Their name has not been Novak Djokovic. They have not been as good as Novak Djokovic. They have not been as solid as Novak Djokovic. They have not been as rock solid. They have not been return machines as Novak Djokovic. They have not been clutch beasts as Novak Djokovic. They have not been consistent from the baseline as Novak Djokovic. So it was a totally different beast and animal and predator that Daniil Medvedev faced in the final. Medvedev, he could have played better, absolutely. I'm disappointed in Medvedev's performance, but I don't want to take anything away from Novak Djokovic's performance. This was not a beast mode performance, because he never needed to do a beast mode performance, but it for sure was a great mode performance, in my opinion. A great mode performance. He just refused to miss Novak Djokovic. He just asked the question to Daniil, you want to beat me? You want to give me my own medicine? You know what? I have found it. I am the creator for this medicine of outgrounding down my opponents from the baseline. And you think you will take me down in a game style that I have created? Forget that. And Djokovic gave Daniil Medvedev his own medicine and took him down through a baseline with consistency, with great returns, good serving, and great play from the net, at the net. As good as Djokovic was at the net in this match, I have to be honest, I have never seen him before. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this 2 weeks long tennis with my videos, with my predictions, with my previews, with my analysis. I have done 16 videos, guys. I have counted this couple of 2 weeks. And I need to take a break. I am tired. I am exhausted, both mentally and physically. So I need to take a break, guys. I hope you have fun with these videos, with this tournament. I for sure have had. Congratulations Novak Djokovic for his 18th Grand Slam title, for his 9th Australian Open title, for his 82nd title overall in his tennis career, and for sure not his last. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace.